Hello and welcome to all my FlossTube neighbors. I am Chris and this is Chris Cross Stitch, and today is Tuesday, October 12th, 2021, and this is FlossTube number 22. 22 was my best friend's in elementary and junior high, my best friend's jersey number. He played football, I did not. But his number was 22 and he wrote hashtag 22 on everything he wrote. Anyway, I digress. Look, we're starting off the video with a random drive-by storying. Should not happen. Thank you for joining me today. I am so happy to have you with me. If you are new to my channel, welcome. You are so welcome here. Mine is a channel about cross-stitching primarily, but as you have probably already seen, there's more to my channel than just cross-stitching. So stick around. If you like what you see, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, ring the bell so you can be notified when I post. And if you are a returning viewer, you're my family, you're my neighbors in this neighborhood that we are building together. You are incredibly appreciated. With each week that passes, I get to know you more closely and I enjoy it more and more. And even though I made this long, I went on a diatribe last week about not being able to respond to all the comments. I did this week. I was able to do it this week and I was so happy to be able to write you back and thank you for watching. So whether you're new or you've been around since the beginning of my channel, welcome. And we're gonna have a fun half hour to 45 minutes today together. Every week on Chris Cross Stitch, I begin by the naming of Handstanding Cat. I'm punching this now so I don't have to wait. Handstanding Cat is the top of Tiki, Tree of a Thousand Faces. And several weeks ago, I asked for your suggestions for names and there were too many to choose from. So we're just picking a new one each and every week. And this week, Handstanding Cat is named Friday. Friday. Such an interesting name for Handstanding Cat. This was given by viewer DVF, just 3 initials. But DVF is a frequent commenter. Thank you so much for that suggestion for Friday. I'm not sure that I know the reasoning behind Friday being called Friday, but if you would write me and let me know, that would be awesome. So Handstanding Cat, today on Tuesday, is named Friday. I guess it could be like Robinson Crusoe, right? Yeah. Oh, maybe Robinson Crusoe, because Tiki is actually a piece of driftwood that washed up on a beach. Oh, I bet you that's what it is. I bet you that's what it is. Let me know. Let me know. Another weekly installment at Chris Cross Stitch is discussing Ted's Change Jar. Ted's Change Jar, that's very hard to say. Ted's Change Jar is a way that we are raising money together for a donation at the end of the year to Dolly Parton's Imagination Library. For every comment I receive on all of my videos from the beginning of my channel until the end of this year, a penny goes into Ted's Change Jar. And at the end of the year, I will make a donation to Dolly's Imagination Library based on that number. I've had viewers who are going to match that particular number. And then I have a Buy Me a Coffee link below in the show notes. If you would like to donate directly, use that Buy Me a Coffee link. If not, just comment on the video. We're doing a great thing together. We're over $1,000 now. To those of you who did use the Buy Me a Coffee link over the past week, thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you for helping me with this amazing cause. And I'm so glad to be doing it together with you. So that's Ted's Change Jar. And if you feel so inclined, leave a comment to help out or follow the Buy Me Coffee link below. I have 3 fellow FlossTuber thank yous to send out today. 2 of them are well over 1,000 subscribers, but one of them is in the Under 1,000 Subs Club. And rather than wait till the end of the video, I decided to do this right at the top. One of my viewers is another floss tuber. Her name is Bonnie. She is delightful. She shouted me out recently, very kind words. Her channel is Purple Frog Stitches. Purple Frog Stitches. And she is in the Under 1,000 Subs Club from the UK. Delightful. She does beautiful whimsical stitching, cute things. You'll see some very different things on her channel. And she has a lovely personality and a lovely speaking voice, a lovely accent. I love the accent. And I just wanted to shout her out. So if you haven't watched Bonnie at Purple Frog Stitches, please do. She's wonderful. The wonderful thing about, one of the many wonderful things about FlossTube is that there's such a variety now of people who are, of projects being stitched. Some FlossTubers primarily do primitives or samplers. Others do more whimsical, fun stitches. I am an eclectic. I tend to stitch eclectically. See, when I slow down, it comes out correctly. I tend to stitch eclectically. So you'll see me stitching primitive samplers or whimsical things, modernish things. But I watch a wide range of floss tubers, and I encourage you to do so as well, because you would never, you get inspiration and you find new charts that you never saw before, and it's really a great thing about our community. Enough about that. I'm pontificating too much about eclecticism. The other floss tuber that I would like to thank for a shout out is Carla Being Crafty. Carla Being Crafty is a fellow Southern Californian. She's fantastic. She has amazing hair and she's just delightful. So she's over 1,000 subscribers, but if you have not watched her, check her out, please. She's just lovely. Such a bubbly personality and really enjoyable to watch, and stitches beautiful things. Also a very eclectic stitcher. And then finally, my buddy Darcy Cameron. Now, Darcy, if you have watched Darcy's channel, you know the phenomenon that is Darcy Cameron. And I have enjoyed him for a long time. He was incredibly kind with a few of the things that he said in his last video. So my buddy, I just want to thank you personally on the air and in front of everyone for your kind words. You're amazing. And I do think we have a joint venture in our future together, just so that people can see the two of us paired up and what that might be like. I wrote him the other day that we would be the odd couple of FlossTube. If you are familiar with the old show, The Odd Couple. Darcy and I would be great in that. So yeah, that's our next, I think, a sitcom. I think that would be fun, don't you? I do. So Darcy, thank you. You're great. Your entire family's great. And have a good stitching week until we see you next. So on to the cross stitching. I actually have a finish to show you today, an out of the blue finish, but a small one. What I am going to be doing from now probably until the week or the day after Thanksgiving, when my tree goes up, is I am going to try to stitch. I'm going to do a cross stitch tree this year. Never had one before. But I think in light of what has happened to me over the course of these past many months, I need a cross stitch tree. So from now until my tree going up, I'm going to stitch a couple of ornaments every week. And I can do that. They're small. So I started with JBW Designs. My friend Judy at JBW Designs has a wonderful book called Christmas Ornaments 3. This particular one I'm about to show you came from it. This is reindeer number 2 from this particular book. And my dear viewer, Rebecca J, sent me this beautiful Ada, which to me looked like snowdrifts. And I thought, okay, I've got to put some Christmas ornaments on that. And I stitched my first one up this week. I don't have a separate inset photo for this, so I'm just going to hold it up to the camera. But this is a finish. Now, Judy's small design has a few more teeny tiny motifs that go around this. But I'm going to leave this plain, just the reindeer on the snow. And of course, I'm going to finish it with a cord and make it look pretty and everything. I'm going to do a few more on this piece of fabric before I cut it all up and then make them into ornaments. This was done with a beautiful variegated red DMC 331, which I absolutely love. And this stitched up in a night, and I'm so excited about it. I think I can do 2 or 3 ornaments like this in a week. And, you know, by that time, between now and then, I can probably have, you know, 16 to 20. So that mixed with some other things on the tree, that'll be nice. So here's my small finish of Reindeer number 2 by JBW Designs Christmas Ornament 3 booklet. I also had a start, and it's a restart actually, but if you've been keeping up with my floss tube, you've been keeping up with this saga. But my start, and it's a true start this week, is the amazing Dark Crosses Spirits of the Dead by Modern Folk Embroidery. The fabric that I told you about last week that I received from my dear viewer Lissa, that I dipped very briefly in a dye bath of black Rit dye, came out beautifully, absolutely beautifully. And I wanted to show it to you, and it's in the other room. Hold on. Wow, it's windy up there that time. Now I really do look like Endora got caught in a hurricane. Spirits of the Dead, Modern Folk Embroidery. Look, here it is. This is exactly what I wanted for this fabric. It is black. It's dark enough so that the off-white sulky reads, but it is very easily stitchable, and it's also, you can still see the modeling is preserved. This is at least a 16, it's more, I think it's probably an 18 count Ada now, because it has been in a, you know, boiling hot water for the dye bath, and it's constricted somewhat, but boy, this is, and it's a good start. I got a good start on it. The lettering stitches up really quickly. I'm so pleased with it. And it's just beautiful. I can't wait to begin on the top part, but yay, I finally started it. The reason I'm going to continue working on that one is because my dear friend Stacy at 911 Stitcher and I did a start along for this particular project, Spirits of the Dead, and we're using hashtag Spirits of the Dead Sal. So if you are working on that, whether it's the original chart or the inversion chart, which I am doing, the light on the dark, join us, hashtag Spirits of the Dead Sal, and we can follow along on Facebook and Instagram and see each other's progress. Another work in progress this week was another Modern Folk Embroidery, and that was MHG 1864, a Zealand sampler. I was almost finished with the border of this last week. I did finish the border this week, and not too much. I didn't stitch too much on this. I just did this little basket down in the corner. But man, this is so much fun to stitch on. I'm just loving this linen. This Edinburgh linen that I'm using. And, you know, you've all heard me talk about what a fan I am of Jacob's designs and how much fun they are to stitch. And this is absolutely no exception to that. Here's a little bit of foreshadowing for you. I'm going to do the Fruits of Plenty, the 2021 stitch along, monthly stitch along, mystery stitch along, not mystery, monthly stitch along that everyone has been doing this year. I'm not going to start it till January of next year, and I'm going to be doing it a year late. And I think my friend Kathy at To Dye House is going to join me in that start along, and some others have said that they would like to join me in that start along. And so if you're thinking about starting it late, wait till January and start it with us. And I'll talk more about that. I know that Jacob is probably going to have another stitch along for 2022, and I'm probably going to do it too. I don't want to be late for that one, but Fruits of Plenty is just it's too amazing not to stitch. It's such a beautiful design. And I've already got my fabric. It's a 28 count Zweigart even weave. It's white, it's perfect. And so I'm ready to begin that one in January. Still don't know what threads I'm going to use though. But if you're thinking about starting it, wait. And Mary, if you haven't started it yet, don't do it. Don't let Darcy coax you into starting it. Mary at Daydream Stitcher, don't do it. Wait for us. Wait for us. Don't go to the dark side. Again, in an effort to break up the haul and Happy Mail section, I just wanted to tell you about a publication that I received. I pre-ordered this book, and I'm not receiving any. I don't receive any kind of, compensation. I'm not sponsored by anybody or anything like that. What I talk about on my channel is what I've found or people have told me about, and I really do enjoy it. And if I recommend something to you, it's not because I'm trying to get you to buy it. It's because I'm trying to say, this is amazing, and I want you to experience this as well. It's this book. It's Creepy Cross Stitch. This is by a woman named Lindsay Swearingen. And, we were doing Spooky Summer Stitch a while back, and because it's October, this is perfectly on theme. This book is so wonderful. The patterns in it are they're not scary Halloween. They're more like cute and gothic, and they're dark. They're almost all done on dark fabric, the models. But these are just so unique and so wonderful, and I'm just loving it. I'm not stitching anything yet. Oh, that smells like new book. Oh, you know what that smell is? That's the smell of the day the books arrived at school from Scholastic. You remember those? Oh, do you remember those? You'd get the sheets and you'd pick which books you'd want and you'd order them. Oh, wow. That's what that smell is. Isn't that amazing? Another drive-by storying. I can't show you. I have to be very careful. There we go. See that? That's the kind of thing that are in this book. I can show you this page. This is, they're just, anyway, enough about that. This is a wonderful book. I highly encourage you, if you like stitching Halloween, if you like stitching, more gothic type things, you should have this book. I love that smell. Today is story time, and I've decided to change the name of it from Wheel of Stories to Story Time with Chris, because I never spin the wheel anymore for the stories. And I was a little bit, I didn't know what I wanted to talk about this week, or I didn't know what story I wanted to tell this week, because most of my stories are born out of something that I'm stitching, that I'm working on. And either while I'm stitching, a memory comes up, or I'm stitching it specifically for somebody in my life. And that didn't happen this week. But someone that I have referenced in many of my previous stories and who deserves a story time all of her own is my Aunt Johnny May. You know, I think I'm not going to get emotional, and then I say their name and I feel the tears coming into my eyes. Johnny May was beautiful. She was so amazing. My great aunt Johnny May was my grandmother's sister. There were 5 of those children. Going from oldest to the youngest, there was my Aunt Gay, my grandmother. I believe Johnny May was next, then my Uncle Henry, and then my Aunt Clara. I hope that's right. I think it is. I'm pretty sure Clara was the baby. Either Clara or Henry was the baby, but I know the order of the first 3 are right. My Aunt Gay, my grandmother, and my Aunt Johnny May. And this is a wonderful place to insert some older photos of family photos that I hope you'll enjoy, because I sure do treasure having them. My Aunt Johnny May was married to a gentleman, and he passed away early. So early, this was well before I was born, but that is why she came to live with my grandmother. My grandmother and my grandfather. She did not work. She was my Aunt Johnny May was a genteel Southern lady of old. She, went to school, and when she finished school, she got married, and her husband took care of her. She loved him very much, and she, of course, never remarried. They did not have children. Aunt Johnny May, unfortunately, had 2 miscarriages. She wasn't able to have children. And when I came along, I was quite a joy to her. And she was a joy to me. Johnny May had nothing to do all day. She didn't go to work. She was older. She was well past retirement age when I was born, or just at it, actually. But every morning, without fail, she would get up, she would bathe, she would powder herself with her Chantilly powder. Women used to use bath powders. They don't anymore. But big fat tubs of scented powder with a big puff. And do her hair, do her face, dress in one of her polyester pantsuits as they wore in that day. And all she would do all day long, aside from helping Granny with the cooking, she would sit on the ottoman in front of our gas heater in the cold months, or in front of the air conditioner in the hot months, read her Harlequin romance novels, smoke Salem cigarettes, and watch her soap operas. I was fascinated with her. I loved her. Johnny May was the one that when I couldn't get it out of Mother and I couldn't get it out of Grandmother, I'd go to Johnny May, and Johnny May would give it to me. Whether it was a piece of candy or it was a piece of cake or it was a quarter to go buy a comic book at Bill's Dollar Store down the street. She painted her nails with Windsor nail polish, which is, if you don't know what Windsor nail polish is, go look it up. It is a color of it's kind of a dusty coral that every woman used in the South and in that era. Windsor, W-I-N-D-S-O-R. She used Clairol warm dark brown. She did her own hair. She never let her hair go gray. And in some of the photos you may see she has little roots, but she just hadn't gotten to it that week. She was a fashion plate. She's the one who said, Christopher, you know, a lady's purse and her shoes always should match. I adored her. She was the person in my life that existed in my eyes. She wasn't a disciplinarian. She wasn't a, she never reprimanded. A few times maybe, but I mean, it was real soft when she did. She was the woman close to me early on that was pure joy and love. And you could tell when she was dealing with me that I was that to her. My Aunt Johnny May. These women shaped me so immeasurably. And I'll talk about Uncle Henry, and I'll talk about Uncle Clifford, and I'll talk about all the men too. They did too in their own way. But not like these steel magnolias. And the older I get, the more I miss them, and the more I realize how much they impacted me and how grateful I am that they were in my life. So my great Aunt Johnny May, my fashion plate aunt, she was my own Auntie Mame, even though we were in Sulligent, Alabama instead of New York City. That was her. I have to tell a quick little addendum to that. The angriest I ever saw my Aunt Johnny May get was when some of my cousins from California were visiting and they wanted to take a picture of her, but she was not ready to have her picture taken, and they went into her bedroom when she wasn't looking and they took a picture of her in her slip. She got so mad. She got so mad, so mad. Harlequin romance novels, Salem cigarettes, and soap operas. We watched them together. Edge of Night, Dark Shadows. That was on Saturdays. General Hospital, One Life to Live. We were an ABC watching family. We didn't watch Young and the Restless or anything like that. We watched the ABC one. Anyway, enough. So on to Haul and Happy Mail or Stitchy Kindness. I did put a few other things earlier in the video because I didn't want this section to be too long, because this week was a big week for things received in the mail. But first, I need to apologize for omitting last week a viewer who sent me a beautiful bundle of charts that she was destashing so that I could distribute them to you as giveaways. And she sent a few things for me as well. That's Linda T. Linda, thank you so much. I have written to you and we have corresponded together about this, but I did want to thank you on air. She also, one of the things that I will be keeping, at least until I stitch it and then I'll pass it along, is this beautiful Spirit of the Moon by Blackbird Designs. Many of you I've seen stitching this, and this was part of that wonderful bundle of charts. So thank you so much, Linda. I really do appreciate it. And I can't wait to stitch this. May not stitch it until after this Halloween, but we'll see. I might get it's not that large. Along those same lines, another of my viewers, Danette, she sent me, because I had stitched Basket of Cherries, and she was destashing a couple of things. She sent me another one in the Garden Club series, Blackbird Designs Garden Club series. This one is Sweet Home, and I will probably stitch this. I enjoyed stitching that first one so much. I think I may want to get all of the Garden Club series because I really did enjoy it. So Danette, thank you. And she threw in a giveaway chart as well. So this is a From the Heart Freedom Quaker that I will be probably saving until July of next year. But who knows? We may give that out sooner. But thank you so much, Danette, for that. And also, one of my viewers, Kathy D, sent me an amazing gift. she sent me this Dimensions Santa kit. And I will insert a photograph of this because this is all glossy. I haven't taken it out, but this is so beautiful. Thank you so much. I'm gonna stitch. She's like, I have this, I'm gonna send it to you. You can choose to stitch it or you can pass it along. Mine. I'm gonna stitch this one. But thank you so much for that, Kathy. I really do appreciate it. My viewer Trisha D, who is also known as Hippie Chick Stitches, sent me an email about 2 weeks ago saying, I'm going to destash some things. Would you like to have them to use as giveaways? And I said, sure. Well, I received a box, and we're not talking a little box. We're talking a big box. And I thought to myself, what in the world could this be? And I opened it. And it was like Christmas morning. Literally like Christmas morning. Because every single thing in the box was wrapped like this. These beautiful little parcels, tied with twine, and not just the parcel and the twine, but like with little, this woman, Trisha, you're amazing. This is a gift that she sent specifically for me. These are things that she handcrafts for scrapbooking and what have you. This is a little pocket scrapbook, but look at this work. This is sewn together. This is paper that's sewn, just amazing. And I have no idea what are in these packages. I could not bring myself to open them. But this is what we're gonna do. This is a new fun thing here at Crisscross Stitch. We're gonna get in a second to the winner of the giveaway from last week, but this is the first week that we will be doing the surprise giveaway. I have no idea what is in this package. I have not opened it and retied it, nothing. This is live on the air, folks. We're gonna open this, and this is going to be the giveaway for next week. You ready? This is so exciting. There should be a drum roll. I'm not gonna put a drum roll in, that would take too long to find. Okay, this is the giveaway for next week. It is tape, paper tape. I have not looked at this. Oh, wow. Okay. This is simply a beautiful little note card that has stitching on it. But this is a set of cards. I can't show you the back of them. This is a set of cards called Simply Perfect Samplers. And they are, one is a baby's first alphabet. What is that one? Quilter's Choice. Am I going to go through all of these? I'm going to summarize. You know, I did an edit there because I was sitting here having a good long think about this. I thought to myself, you know, I could split that up and that could be about 10 giveaways. Or I could just bundle the whole thing together and send this lovely bit of stationery and this bundle of small postcard size samplers and make that one good giveaway, and that's what we're gonna do. This is gonna be the giveaway for next week. One giveaway, one person. If you would like to be considered for this, please use the word samplers, S-A-M-P-L-E-R-S. We'll do this drawing next Tuesday, right before I film. Please be over the age of 18 so I can ask your address. Please be a subscriber to my channel. Please like the video and do not use any of the words such as giveaway or prize or winning. What you know the drill. All of you know the drill by now. But the word to use will be samplers, and this will be the prize. And now to last week's giveaway winner. A Bump in the Night by Mary Englebright was the chart being given away, a little Halloween chart. I called that flying green thing an owl. It is not, apparently. It is a bat. I apologize. I do wear glasses. I don't in these videos. You know, sue me. I called the bat an owl. I let this be my apology to the entire bat community and owl community. If you feel disparaged that I thought you were a bat or an owl, respectively. The winner of A Bump in the Night by Mary Englebright is Anna Stitches Autumn. Anna, please send me your address and I will get this out to you. Anna is a wonderful viewer, has been commenting and watching me from the very beginning of my channel. So thank you so much for your entry, and this is yours. Congratulations. That's today's video. I'm so happy to have been able to spend this time with each and every one of you. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your friendship and your love. And the giveaway donations and the donations to Ted's Change Jar and the comments that you make all week long. I can't tell you how much I appreciate them. And I can't wait until we are together again next week. So until then, take care. Have a safe, happy week with happy stitching. And I will see you very soon. Bye-bye.